Hey y'all. How you
What's
guys
good?
doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
It's good to be here. I'm glad you came to this place. We love this place. We got to keep coming back to this place. This is a great place.
It is a good place to be,
Yeah.
guys, and we are thankful that you are with us for another episode of the Incubators Couch.
Yes. Incubators Couch. Unscripted,
Unscripted.
vulnerable conversations with business owners and
Entrepreneurs
just like you. That's it. So what's going on out there, family? We love
Yeah, we're looking
that
for
you
y'all
are
in
hanging
the
out with us.
comments.
I see several of you are chiming in. People, the notification is still kind of making its way around the www.
Yeah.
We love it, Deborah. Deborah's on the live. We always appreciate you coming through, sis.
Yes.
We
Yes.
never take for granted that you're here with us. So thank you. We appreciate that. Man, what a week. What a week. We're going to dive right into our host rant in just a second, but just to let you know, man, listen, Incubators Couch is a production of Composition LLC. This is the business that we run. Composition is a
Web design and
I just like using the term
he likes
boutique.
used to all these fancy terms.
Yeah, fancy terms.
Boutique,
Boutique.
agency. We are an agency.
Hands-on web design
boy.
agency.
Oh boy.
Hey, it is. That's exactly what it is. You don't get the composition touch anywhere. You know what I mean? So, yes, we do web design, and we definitely do live video marketing, live video strategy. Man, if you want to go from busy and broke to peaceful and paid, come through.
I like those word combinations.
Yes, come through and check us out. But listen, we're going to dive into our host rant right now. Wait, where's host rant? Did
Looking
somebody
for
move
the
it?
button. I did not touch it.
The joint, it just hides away from me. All right, let's dive into our host rant. Let's go. Hey, music is a little louder than normal.
It's very, very loud.
Oh man, listen. We've been going back and forth in terms of what we want to say for the host rant. Kanique has one. I want to let her do hers.
No,
It didn't actually work for me,
no.
but I've got a different one.
Oh boy.
Come
We
on.
need to be on the same page.
Come
I don't
on.
want it to be different. I'm just going to rant about what I experienced. I'm not sure if you can relate it to yourself or not, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just going to say what my experience was. So I got a call from someone and they were like, well, I started to do my site on this platform. It's a website builder platform. And, I figured I'm speaking as she said to me. And, I figure, I don't want to have to do this myself. I want to just hire someone to do it for me.
Right.
So I asked her, what platform was it built on? And she said, well, it was built on this random platform I've never heard of. And she was just like, well, I could do it myself, but I don't want to. So that's why I'm asking you to do it. So could you just build it for me? And, I had to let her know and educate her that, we build specifically on WordPress and we do Shopify. So we do not build on any of these other platforms.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, since we don't build on those platforms, you're going to have to possibly seek someone else out. And she was not very happy to hear that. She was just like, well, you're a web designer. Why can't you just build it? And I had to explain to her, well, if you want me to build it, you would have to pay me to learn how to build it on said platform and then pay me to actually build it out.
And this is why I just wanted to go ahead and go forward with, because I think there's something to be said for understanding where your lane is, right? And what your business, where your sweet spot is, what you can provide, and what you is not for you. So while this doesn't exactly directly translate for me, one of the things that I specialize in is live video. Even though I do produce video as well, that's not my preference. I also specialize in remote production. Even though I can do on-site production, it's not my preference. And so there is some significant fees on those. So every now and again, you'll see me, tell you, oh, I'm traveling up here to do on-site production. Those are the ones that decided to pay the fee. And so I think there's this, you have to recognize in business when you are doing something that is above and beyond what you would want to do. I would dare say for you, in your case, that even if they were going to pay you to learn said platform, you would still not want to do it.
I would say no.
So there's not even a price, right? There's not even a price to put on that bad boy. There's not even a price. Let's forget it.
Pretty much.
You want something other than WordPress. You're not looking for me, and that's okay.
And that's fine.
But here's the part that gets under my skin is when somebody doesn't recognize that as a business owner, you can say no.
And I think that was my issue with the whole conversation. It's just the way her attitude was towards the whole thing. It was just like well, you should be able to do it. You're a web designer. Why can't you just do it? And to me, that is what really irritated me.
I am not your definition of a web designer. That's what it boils down to. And listen, in business, this is what in business and as potential clients of any business, seek to understand what that business does, what their sweet spot is, what they provide before looking to patronize. Real talk. You go to a spot. They built a Moe's right here in Town Madison, and I was like, bet Moe's, let's go. I go over to the joint, and it's a different Moe's. It's because there's a Moe's there's a Moe's that does like kind of like a knockoff Chipotle, right?
Yes, I know that Moe's, but it's not that Moe's.
So I go over there thinking like, bet we gonna get some Chipotle, and I'm in this spot like barbecue, what is this?
Chicken.
So, you know what I'm saying? If I go in there and be like, bruh, I thought y'all were Moe's.
Make me some tacos, yo.
Make me some tacos. Make me a burrito.
They're going to look at me like,
we do barbecue.
Get out.
And that's it. I feel like businesses need to recognize and understand, like, that's not, not businesses, customers, clients need to recognize, like, you need to understand what that business provides first before deciding to patronize.
Yeah.
That's really what it boils down to. And the other thing that gets under my skin, and we're going to let it go now. We're going to let it go. But the other thing that gets under my skin is like, there are some clients who feel like because you're in business, you're starving. And because you're starving, you should just take whatever I am giving you. And that's not real. That's not real.
You hitting it on the head.
That's not real. I'm not. No, I'm okay. Every now and again.
Good.
No. I'm good.
I'm good. Thanks. But no
hard
thanks.
pass. Hard pass. I mean, you could put a fee on it. Nah, I don't even want to put a fee on it. Real talk, I don't want to work with you. I just don't want to work with you. How about that? Go find somebody else. Like that's simple. I think those are the pieces in business that you just don't necessarily say. And we're going to get into that in just a second because the barbecue story is very much, navigating some of those spaces. But you don't necessarily want to say that. Hey, what's going on, Chad? Thank you so much for coming through. Chad is watching on Facebook.
Oh, come through,
so he
Chad.
says, good evening, Chad.
Okay.
Gulaman. I'm trying to figure this thing out.
I like that name, Gulaman.
Gulaman. Hey, Chad, thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with us. And we're about to dive into our resource of the week.
And we're back.
I feel like we need a little more time to dance. Just a little more time to dance. You know what I mean? All right, look, resource of the week. I did it again.
He did it again. But this time I told him, let me remind you, but he was like, no, I got a button. Okay.
This time.
You got a button.
Oh my gosh. This is terrible. Listen, this is what live is like this. Live is like this. Listen, our resource of the week this week is the art of networking. Last week we talked about pricing 101. Week before that we talked about
Discovery Call
101. And so these are critical resources. In fact, I'm thinking about clipping these parts out and putting these up as individual videos themselves because these resources of the week, small, quick little presentation is going to really help you. So here it is, guys, the art of networking. Bang. seek to serve. How do they say it in BNI?
Givers gain, y'all.
Givers gain.
Givers gain. When you go to a networking event, don't just go there with the mindset of, I need to get this business. I need to network with these people so I can get this business. Go to it with the mindset of, how can I help someone today?
Like, real talk.
Yeah.
You go to a networking event with a notepad of people you know need certain things.
Yes.
Okay, my friend here needs a virtual assistant. This person right here is looking for a photographer. This person right here needs somebody to clean their office building. This person right here is looking for landscaping. Boom, I've got my 5 things. I walk into the joint. Because here's what happens at most networking meeting. What's your ask?
Yep.
You stand up and be like, fam, I came in and these are the things I know people who are in need of these things right now. And you may even be one of those things, right? Your need might be one of those things. Bang, I need somebody that's a financial planner. Bang, I need somebody who's a business coach. People are looking at you like, I just want to talk with you.
Pretty much the amount of people that will flock to you after the meeting.
Forget about everything else. I want to talk with you.
That is a great way of getting to network with these people. Like, they're wanting to talk to you after the meeting.
You've set yourself as a connector, as a conduit. And they're coming through you. Hey, you said you had somebody who needs a photographer. That's exactly what we do. Do you know what type of photography they're looking for? No, but let me see your stuff. Let me look at your things, because you you want to vet that thing.
Yes,
you don't just refer at the first sign of a referral.
True.
You want to vet that thing.
True. And everybody else who sees them all coming to you and be like, oh, I want to talk to them too.
Dang, man.
Come on.
I know that person said they had all these needs. I want to get into their sphere of influence. Here's another tip for networking. Here's another tip: the art of networking, the craft. It's like Sun Tzu. You take the knife out and you kind of go like that. This is not wax on, wax off. This is the art of networking. Okay, this is not Danielson. Get this: heightened sensitivity. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? Do you know how many people say to me, man, so-and-so, I was in a conversation and they were asking about somebody who could produce their event. I totally forgot that that's what you do. I was in a meeting with so-and-so and they were looking for somebody to do their video. Oh, I totally forgot that that's what I was in a meeting with, and they said, I need this website.
Do you know how many times friends have said, oh man, I totally forgot that you do web design stuff. Like, oh my goodness.
And they themselves have patronized someone else.
Yes.
They've taken their business elsewhere.
Yes, they have.
Because they forgot. Heightened sensitivity.
Yes,
if you have friends that are in business, if you want to be a networker, if you want to understand the art of networking, you need to raise your awareness.
Yes.
Turn your spidey senses on. Ding, 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 ding. Oh,
learn what all the businesses that your friends or the people in your circle have, and see how you can connect them with other people. And trust me, they will be forever grateful. Like, oh my goodness, they will be so grateful.
So grateful.
And it will pay off in multiple ways, guys.
Man, your boy Chad said he's watching from Suriname. That's dope.
Really?
Suriname. And then and I can't see, Deborah, you come through with some great comments. He says, or can you do this project for me when you do need it? When do you need it?
They want it yesterday, but you call me at 7 or 8 at night.
Have mercy. I'm triggered, Deborah. It's like you read through the text messages in my phone. I have those text messages on my phone right now. That is crazy. I feel like we may. Oh no,
there's another one.
Okay, we're good. All right, here we go. Above and beyond.
Above and beyond.
There's 2 more actually. This is not the final. Okay. Yeah, above and beyond.
When I get a referral from a friend, I am going to go above and beyond to make sure I do my absolute best on that project. Like, I'm going to put my foot in it because I want to make sure that I took care of that friend that you referred to me. Because I would hate if they would leave and say, oh man, so-and-so referred her to me and she did such a terrible job, blah, blah, blah. No. Because it's not only going to look bad on me, but on my friend as well. So guys, take care of your people.
And this is the thing that is relevant to the art of networking. And this is where I was trying to segue from that first slide. you don't. So now I've walked into this meeting and I said, hey, here are the things that I'm looking for. I have friends, I have colleagues, I have businesses that are looking for these things. People come to me. Hey, you said you're looking for a photographer. I do photography. Let me see your stuff. Why am I doing that? Because I don't want to refer you for my contact to them until I know for sure they can do good work. Why? Because I'm expecting them to go above and beyond.
Yeah.
I am expecting them to go above and beyond. And because you, who may be my friend and may be in a position to network and refer somebody to me, you need to know that I'm going to go above and beyond from your referral. Yes. So you need to be doubly sure that you want to refer this client to me. Don't refer trash.
For real though.
Do not refer trash, because I'm going to go above and beyond. So above and beyond works on both sides.
It does.
From the person who has received the referral and from the networking person who has actually gotten the referral and given it to their close. And then the last one, of course, fam.
Close the loop, y'all. So many people have gone to a networking event, and they've gone to a networking event and they do not follow up on the people they have met, that they have given cards to. Like, you've got to follow up. After majority of the events I've been to, I'm not going to say I'm perfect, I go and I email each of those people, if not the same day, the next day. Yeah. Reach out to them, even if it's just like random little thing that you guys talked about. Email them, say, hey, it was so great to meet you. See? Let's catch up sometime or something. Just keeping you at the top of their mind, because you never know what can come out of that. You never can tell. You never know.
Even if they're not your ideal client, they may know your ideal client. Yes. They may have access. And here's the other piece of it, right? So close the loop is everything she just said, perfectly said. But what I'm going to say is at the other end of the loop, you've received the referral. You've gotten the business. You've done the work. Go back to the person that referred you and say thank you.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for referring that business.
Yes.
Close the loop. Thank you for referring that business. I want to let you know that we booked that business. I want to. Is there anything I can do? Can I send you a card? Can I send you a mug? Can I send you a pen?
For real, y'all. That's
because you sent me the business, and I just want to close the loop by saying thank you for this business.
And they will continually send you more business after that. Can you believe? Oh my goodness.
What?
More business, y'all.
More business. This is the art of networking, and we are excited about it. Fam, listen, we're going to get right into our therapy session right after this Incubator Spotlight, because this therapy session is hilarious. We got Curtis on the couch with us this week. We're excited about it, so let's dive in right now.
Quiet Home offers short-term, fully furnished homes for rent. There really is no place like home, but a quiet home is a great alternative to extended hotel stays and costs less. Our beautiful locations are convenient to Huntsville's many attractions, and people love them. Just look at our reviews. Military and nursing discounts are available too. So call A Quiet Home at 256-457-6049 or visit aquiethomecorp.com.
Man, it is always good to have another incubator with us on the couch, y'all. All right, so you've seen the video, some of you, but for our podcast audience, we want to say a word of welcome to you. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. And on the couch today, we have
Curtis
Wilson.
Curtis Wilson with A Quiet Home Corp. Right?
Now I don't know if your home. Yeah. I don't know if your home is quiet. Mine is not. But we're gonna let him describe a little bit about A Quiet Home and some of the things that you guys do for your clients. Talk to us about it.
Well, first off, let me say thank you to Kirk and Kanique for inviting me here to speak on their platform and talk a little bit about A Quiet Home and what we do. So A Quiet Home is basically a small company. It's myself and my wife. And A Quiet Home is a hospitality company where we specialize in short-term rentals. So I know a lot of people might, relate to like Airbnb, VRBO, and those type of things. And we just kind of took that concept and just kind of sexied it up to fit our personality. So basically, so we're a hospitality company that specializes in short-term rentals.
So you say it's Airbnb with lingerie.
There you go. And then like I say, if you guys haven't had an opportunity, check out that website because it was done by none other than Miss Kanique.
Oh, come on. You gotta get the plug and the plug and the plug and the plug. I love it. All right. So we will make sure that the website and all those things are in the description and in the show notes for our podcast audience. But man, it's good to have you here, Doc. This is a long time coming.
I know. For those been trying to have them at the house for like the longest.
Not just for the show.
I know, but
just to hang out. Right.
I'm glad I got the invitation finally. So,
but we're gonna invite y'all again. Have y'all over.
Yes,
for sure.
And we will have your wife on to next season. Because we feel like there's more stories.
It's very much so.
Like put a 5 in the chat right now, fam. If you have ever done a Airbnb, if you've ever done VRBO, if you've ever done one of those short-term rentals, if you've ever done that, put a 5 in the chat and put a 5 in the chat, but also put whether it was a good experience
or a negative.
That's key. That is very key.
That's the caveat. Put that in there too.
Because we did an Airbnb for the first time last year.
Yeah,
and it was
local
St. Louis.
St. Louis, yeah.
Woo.
It was rough.
Would you guys be putting a 5 in the chat if you was talking to yourself?
We would put 5 and we would put the thumbs down.
Oh no,
because it was not good.
The experience or was it the place?
Bro, we had to go and buy like a broom and
it was in the hood
and stuff.
In the hood, and the pictures was not represented in what we saw.
We got bamboozled.
Yeah.
Man.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully I don't give those experiences to my guests. But
no. But yeah, man. So we're excited to have you here, man. Some of the audiences out there. I mean, we have so many different people that are part of the Incubators fam, and different businesses of different backgrounds and varying different things. So always cool to hear something that's a little bit out of the norm, because we haven't had anybody in short-term rental at all on the show. So this is going to be an interesting one.
Okay, all right, good. Well, I'm looking forward to the questions and the things that may come out of it. So we shall see where this goes.
There we go. Well,
we are here for the story.
Yeah, okay. We
which
settled
is
in
what
on
the
the
couch is about.
Yeah,
we are ready to hear your story, your experience.
Yeah.
Right.
So the floor is yours.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So like I was telling them pre-recording that there's several stories that I could tell, and my wife said, "Well, you have to tell the barbecue party story." So I'm gonna try to.
It has a name. Though.
Right.
If it has a name, it's epic.
So yes. So as you guys know, if you have stayed in short-term rentals, you want to set your place up for the family environment. Those are coming in town, and ours are geared more towards like professional, your TDY people and that.
Yeah.
So this is our second property that we got. So we're talking about 4 or 5 years ago, pre-pandemic. So picture this: my wife and I, my kids, we're coming up 565. Coming back from Birmingham, I believe, for a family trip. And we get a call from my neighbor, and she normally calls, just to check on, because she's one of those neighbors.
Okay.
So she called and, didn't think nothing about it, hit C on her and cleared out the call. And she called right back. So we was like, okay, she's calling back again. Something must be going on.
Yeah.
Then she sends a text. First thing on the text, it's more than you probably expect at this party. At your place, we got a party going on. So we are just living on what shall we do? So we're probably about 30 minutes out of Huntsville at this time. And this is probably about, I don't know, maybe 7 o'clock in the evening. So now I'm hightailing it, trying to get back to Huntsville. Yeah. So fast forward, we get over to the place. And mind you, the person that booked the place was supposed to be a guest of 2. Yeah.
Okay.
We pull up to the place, and there's probably about a good 20 to 30 people at the unit.
What?
So what do we do? So we pull up, and the first thing I see is all these people. Now, mind you, this Airbnb, at the time, was in a community of older people. So this was supposed to be one of our places that's supposed to be just one of those communities that's just supposed to be loving and welcome. Yeah. Not the case. So we pull up, and Caress is with me. I have the kids in the car, and we see our neighbors. And they're standing on the opposite side of the street.
So they were all just standing there.
They're standing there watching. These young folk are getting ready to party and have a barbecue. So I'm like, okay, how do I resolve this situation? Because I don't want to make the neighbors mad, but at the same time, I don't want a bad review. Because this is my business.
Yes.
So,
right.
That's a hard balance.
Right. So when we get there, The neighbor is like, I'm getting ready to call the cops. And I'm like, okay, I definitely don't need that police. I said, well, let me go in and try to mitigate the situation. So I get that. Now, mind you, when y'all get the story from my wife, correct, she's going to tell you the different version. I'm giving you the calm version.
Okay.
I need this other story.
All right, I'm giving you guys the calm version. But anyway, we walk up the steps, we go in, and I say, where's the person that booked the Airbnb? She comes to the door. Well, what's going on? I say, well, you tell me what's going on.
I know.
You're supposed to be having two people here. Yes. Now I see about 20 to 30 people here, and you guys are getting ready to have a barbecue and a party. No go. So, and I'll give this nugget part of the story. There was a gentleman that came up to me and was like, well, what's going on, bruh? And I'm like, excuse you?
What's going on?
What's going on, bro? I'm the owner of the property.
And was this person a part of the people?
Wasn't even part of the original that book.
No.
He was a guest. What? So he said, "Well, I see other people out here, with barbecue grills and getting ready." I said, "They own this. You don't." So I had to get back level headed. I said, "Kurt, put your business professionalism back, and let's bring it back. We're not gonna go back to the old Kurt. We're gonna digress it back down." But anyway, a long story short, man, these people were getting ready to have a party in my place. I had to mitigate it by calming them down and letting them know, look, this place is not equipped for that. I know some people that you can have your birthday party, but this is not it.
What in the world? That's so crazy to me.
Did they say that they were going to have that when they
No, booked? They did not.
And said, okay, well, we have a special occasion. We want to book this.
Did not. And that's one thing I always ask my guests. What are you attending for your purposes? What are you coming in town for? Because I want to let you know beforehand, if you're planning on having a party, if you're planning on doing these type of things, my place is not equipped for that. These neighbors aren't going to let you do that. No, I promise you that. And if so, let me help you find a place that you can have your event, your gathering, as they call them.
But why would maybe I'm a little
that doesn't even
maybe I'm a little old school.
Why
would you rent a place? Why would you do an Airbnb and then have a party?
Right. Okay, and most people think, when they try to get the Airbnb, they want to, it's cheaper. It's not their place.
Then renting an actual space.
Then actual rent space to have the place, the party or whatever. They like I say, they call them gatherings. They don't call them parties because in Airbnb, parties are flag words. Yeah. So the minute you put I want to have a party or something like that, Airbnb is going to flag you and not let you book. So they have workarounds around that. Okay. But so we was able to mitigate them. Calm that, de-escalate that, get the party moved somewhere else.
Okay.
Wow, that's good.
And I helped out. I actually took their grill to the party where they moved it to.
Yeah. And you are kind.
Yeah, like I said.
You are kind.
Very kind. Like I say, I wanted
that
5 star. This is in our early beginnings of A Quiet Home.
I am in shock.
Right.
I have to tell you, brother. I am not built that way.
Right.
All not.
Y'all had to get all y'all out. Than me.
Right.
What you mean? This is my place.
Right.
Y'all got to get up. No, that's it. I'm canceling the joint. Y'all got to go.
Right.
Listen, it would have been a whole issue.
Man, I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness.
It was one of those things.
But this is the place that as business owners you kind of you talked about that tension. I want to get the good review.
Right.
But I can't just
the flesh
acquiesce. I can't just let them have the party because I've got a whole neighborhood.
Right.
Because if this goes bad, then my future bag is in jeopardy. Right.
Right.
So as a business owner, you feel that tension.
Very much so. And like I say, I had to keep it calm because of my neighbors. Yeah. Like I say, it's an older community, Caucasian community at that, and you didn't want to act too. For them. Yeah. So I say, let me show them that, I can handle this situation without acting a donkey.
Because they can make it very difficult for you to have that business there still.
Right. Very much so.
Tough.
So we was able to smooth that out, get them out of there comfortably. I still even let them come back and stay that night. So eventually the two that originally booked, I said, you guys are welcome to come back and, finish out your booking.
Right.
But no other guests are allowed. And that was that. So,
I
ended up getting a 5-star review as well.
You did get a 5-star.
I did end up getting a 5-star review.
You killed it.
And my neighbors didn't report me.
Wow.
Wow.
Man.
So there's a lot here already, and I hope that you guys are picking up on some of the nuggets and the details. I mean, keeping the main thing sometimes can help you to kind of tunnel vision. Like, okay, yes, that was disrespectful, but I'm going to keep focused on the main thing right now. But talk to us about some of the things that you learned from that experience, and things that you've changed and implemented since that.
Since then, of course, I've learned to ask more detailed questions why you're coming. And if off jump. So why are you coming? You bringing two people, okay? Without getting too personal, because some people, they don't none of your business. Yeah. But ask those detailed questions, and then always to try to keep a level head, no matter the situation. Because that could have went very left. Really, like I say, there was some things involved. You had alcohol, and you had
and people rolling up like, "Yo, who you?"
Yeah, people rolling up. Like I say, when my wife comes on next year, she's gonna tell you guys the PG-13 version. That was the G version.
My goodness.
But so that's one of the main things. We're gonna ask those questions to get a better understanding of why that guest is coming and what their intent is.
Wow. No, you did the best right there.
An award for that.
When you think about clients in this particular regard, I mean, because a short-term tenant is a client, a customer as well, just like for any other business.
Right.
But it's just such a different kind of customer.
Right.
I mean, you're basically kind of setting yourself up as like a hotel kind of.
That's exactly what it is.
So you now have to deal with all the different things. Do you still deal directly?
Yeah. So most of our bookings now are mainly direct now. As you guys know, I don't know if you guys are in that space, so you may not know, but Huntsville has put out a lot of cease orders to those in the community. So, people are kind of shutting down and getting away from the Airbnb space. It's not as lucrative as it was a couple of years ago. So now people are trying to, digress from that. So now we are more straight bookings, direct bookings with people now. So we have shifted our business a little bit, but we're still profitable.
That's lovely. That's lovely. That's lovely.
Yes,
that's good. I mean, I remember growing up, my dad had about 10 units that he managed. These were not. Actually, they were his, but he always told them that he managed them. Yeah. Because he didn't want them to know, like.
Of course.
But anyway, the point being, that's a whole other story.
It is.
But the point being that it was a management kind of scenario. Right. And so there's pros and cons in terms of directly owning and managing yourself, as well as having somebody else manage them for you as well.
And that's most of the day to day with short-term rentals now. And what we do is the managing piece. I tell people if you want to get into that space, you got to first understand it's hospitality.
There it is.
This is not real estate. Yeah. There's a place for that, but it's not real estate. We're not real estate agents. We're not any of that. This is a hospitality where we're doing management and customer service and hospitality. So think of a hotel. Each individual client, or as we would call them, client or guest, they're their own individual, and each one comes with their own challenge. Trust me. So if you can mitigate and handle that, then you can rock in this business. If you're gifted in that business.
So what you're saying is this is not for me.
It's not. You can be more than behind the scenes. It's twofold. You got the front, then you got the behind.
They're gonna hold me back. And there's a lot of in terms of other businesses, as you think about your own business, as you think about some of the nuances, the idiosyncrasies of your particular field or area of expertise and where you're providing a service to your client, having a clear understanding of this is where my business squarely falls, right? Because that misunderstanding could really lead people astray. Like, Airbnb, that's in the real estate. No, it's not.
It's not.
No, it's not. And understanding that it's customer service,
right,
on the front end, and hospitality.
Yes, that's the key.
It actually allows you to really hone in on what it is I need to deliver to this particular client. Right. And it goes right back to your value proposition and understanding your target audience. Right. In business, it's so critical to understand both of those. What do I provide that is different or separate that you can't necessarily get anywhere else? And if you don't understand why people are coming to you in the first place, you can't actually make good on that value proposition.
And each one can be different. I mean, each one can be different. Like I say, you're expecting one thing, or this time you may get an elderly couple that just calm and quiet. The next one you got somebody that wants to have a party. So, and I tell people it's hands-on too. I mean, it's a lot of people think it's like
to be involved.
That's good.
Right. They think it's traditional where you just get a check on the first of the month and set it and forget it. No, short-term rentals are totally different. You're having that turnover every 2 to 3 days, give or take. So it's very much hands-on.
Yeah, very hands-on. that takes a special kind of
special kind of person.
special kind of gifting.
Right.
It's not me.
Not for you, Kanique.
I'm still interested. I'm still interested. We're gonna talk offline. I'm still interested. I just don't know
Right.
about being directly involved. We'll see.
Well, they can hire people. Hint, hint. You can hire people
Hint,
to,
hint.
as they call co-hosts, to
You see?
do that day to day.
There's a whole other world. There's a whole other world there. So there's options. There's options.
Yes, indeed.
That's what I was alluding to when I say manage. Right. So no. There's a lot there. And again, as a business, recognizing which space you're in so that you can deliver is one piece, but also recognizing which space you're in so that you can mitigate is yet another piece, right? Because that also allows you now to, okay, I'm walking into this situation. I can't just act a fool. I'm a business owner. I'm representing a brand. I've got my entire core constituents around me, right? There's a lot. It's almost like you're walking into that scenario was like walking into a boardroom almost.
Exactly.
You got your entire, all the constituents, all the concerned parties looking on like, so what you going to do?
Right. And and I had to use that too, Kirk. When I walked in there and talked to the actual people that booked it, I said, let me pull y'all to the side for a second.
Let me just talk to you.
I said, we look alike. Let me let y'all in on something. Y'all see what the neighbors do. They don't really look like me and you.
Yeah.
I said, you guys know what's going on in the economy and the world of things. Just think if they was to call the cops over here, who's going to win this situation? It's not going to be you.
No.
So I said, just understand. And I said, at the end of the day, I'm running the business here. I said, I know that you guys want to enjoy your thing, but I'm running the business here. Let's put you somewhere where you can enjoy yourself.
Come on.
Don't have to worry about the cops.
You handled that so well, man.
Sir, that's a masterclass.
For real.
You know what's funny is this is a random, but you'll see that it ties in. So we got a similar call from our neighbor. And they're like, there's some young men playing basketball in your goal out back. They told us they had permission. They got permission from you. I was like, I don't even know. I don't even know them.
Right.
So we called. By the time we got anybody over here, the kids are gone.
They're gone.
So was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, this was
Saturday.
So Saturday we come back home from going out to eat. And they're like, I turned into the drive.
They're still shooting.
Dude is mid-shot. I was like,
what? Yes.
And y'all don't know who they are?
No clue.
Oh,
no clue.
Do the kids know who they are?
No clue.
Oh my goodness.
So these guys look like they about ready to run.
Shirts off and everything.
Are they finna run a full game?
No, they look like they're about to run.
Oh,
away.
leave. Okay.
So I park the car just sideways. I just jump out the car. I'm like, oh, don't go nowhere. Come on, let's talk. Let's talk. But the reason why what you said reminded me of this whole situation, I said exactly the same thing.
Exactly.
I said, now, if we look alike.
Yes.
He said, I care.
I'm
gonna tell you right now, these neighbors around me, they don't.
They don't.
And you can't just run up on private property and start playing basketball on somebody's goal. Oh,
Exactly.
we knocked and you didn't.
It doesn't matter.
You got to
no,
know.
you didn't get an answer.
This is Alabama, y'all.
Yes, don't forget.
Be serious.
I feel like, so that's the part that really resonated with me. That's what I told those kids. I'm like, man, you got to get permission. I was like, the reason why I don't have anybody play on the goal is because I'm liable if you twist your ankle out here, if you slide and skin up your knee, your parents can come get me.
Exactly.
So I need I don't need you to come talk to me. I need your parents to come talk to me.
Right.
And I think that it clicked, kind of clicked.
Yeah.
But I think, helping people understand I'm a person too.
Yes.
It's like let me get back down to the base understanding.
Right.
People, people and people. Okay, I'm trying to get my bag. This is my place.
Yeah, and I think that's really what worked
this is
for
my
you.
business.
You were able to really talk with them, get them to see your point of view, and you saw their side. And I think that's how you were able to get out of that.
Man,
so
everybody want to have fun.
nicely.
Who don't want to bother? I said, look, put something on the grill for me too.
But
let me get you to where you can do
that in peace and
yes.
That's what I said. Look, I was 20 before. I was 21. I know all about sets and parties. I was there. I was probably the one that was probably in somebody's face back in the day. So I understand.
Yeah.
But not here.
Not here.
Not here.
That's good, man. Listen, I'm not gonna belabor it, man. That's good. You put a bow on that thing. Talk to us in the chat. Let us know some of your situations and scenarios as a business owner that you've had to, de-escalate.
Yes,
bring it back down.
Yes.
And how did it end for you? Did you get a 5-star review? Because let me tell you something. Even on the good engagements, I don't get a 5-star. I can't get these people to give me a review to save my life. It's the hardest thing ever, man.
Yeah.
So I think, but in your industry though, that review thing is kind of built in.
Yes.
And it also. You can also review the
client. You can review them as well.
Did you hear that?
Oh, nice. I love that.
Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that?
Client facts, y'all.
They can review the client. So when that person goes to book somewhere else, that situation follows them.
It follows
Yes, it
them.
If you decide to, make that known.
Right.
So this is a really interesting case study for some of the stuff we've been talking about.
Yep.
The whole ClientZilla scenario, getting the client facts. You know how you get car facts?
Right.
Right.
Should be
How
a
there
client
should
facts.
be client facts. Like, so when the client comes into you and you see
And
like,
you
oh,
look at it
dang,
like,
that's-
oh, 3.
dang, that's
Oh,
a-
no,
Right,
no, I
right.
can't work with you.
You
I can't.
You're a negative. You don't even have a client.
And of course, you talk to them. Even with those 3, I'm always the one to try to see why did you get
this
a
is
3?
true, and even for
Because
businesses too.
sometimes,
Situation.
No, because even
Yeah,
for businesses, there are businesses that get bad reviews, and then you look and you're like, well, this is actually a good business.
You're right.
But the truth is, people who have a bad review are far more likely to put the bad review out there.
That's
Right.
true.
It's going to way
That's
more.
true.
So
Yeah,
that's
that's
good,
good.
man. There's
Yeah.
a lot. There's a lot there. I know. I'm hoping that, again, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, doesn't matter what your particular vocation is, your discipline. But as you think about the story that Curtis has shared with us, there's a lot there. There's a lot of nuggets
There
to pull away
is.
from. But man, the barbecue party. I love
Barbecue party,
I love
man,
that the story has
That's
a
going to be
name.
the title, the
Right,
barbecue
right.
party.
Barbecue
And this is the second part of that story, mind you. May not have time, but we'll say that one for the next one.
No,
In
go
the
ahead.
same
No, go
complex,
ahead.
we have 2 units. That same very night, at another unit, there was somebody else trying to have a party.
Oh, my
At the
goodness.
now that one wasn't as bad. But
Okay.
they was doing the same thing. So we was trying to figure out, okay, what was going on this weekend? Was this homecoming weekend? Was something like
know.
that? But yeah, we can say that. But that one wasn't as bad. But
Wow.
that same night, another neighbor called
Got to be
and said, and so we was like, did who tie
What's
in
going
together?
on?
And sure enough, they was having a little set as well.
Get
But
outta
that one
here.
wasn't as bad. They was-
Oh,
At least
okay.
they was in the house.
Okay.
They were just a little loud.
Yeah.
At
But,
least they're not spilling outside the house.
right.
doing
No, they
foolishness.
wasn't
20,
out
30 people.
outside
Lord
of the
help
house.
us.
Oh, my goodness.
No, man. Take a few seconds. Let people know where they can find you, follow you. I mean, we're gonna have your link in the description. But if you have any projects coming up, anything that you're working on that maybe it even doesn't have anything to do with a quiet place,
Right.
Just let people know that a quiet home. Sorry, that let people know that you. What are some of the things you have going on,
Right.
so that they can follow up with you as well.
Right. So you guys can find us at a Quiet Home on Facebook. Instagram is soon to come
right,
as
cool,
well. And then also we have a phone number you can reach directly out to us if you guys want some of that direct conversation. It's 938 902-4060.
Yeah,
So-
and we'll make sure that that's in the description as
Yeah.
well.
So
Cool.
And some of the things we have going on, we're continuing to grow in the city. We are now partnering up with a lot of apartment complexes and
I
things like
saw.
that.
Congrats.
To kind of spread this thing, this short-term rental thing out there. So we're doing some of those partnerships now. So those that want to kind of learn the space,
I was
going
gonna
to
say that. So you're teaching people how to get into the space as well.
Yeah, so we're doing more of the
So
consulting now.
That's what I
Yeah.
wanted to hear. That's the term. Now you got to
That
say
is the
consulting.
term.
We're doing consulting.
Yeah.
He consults. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, we're doing.
Because I want to get
consulting.
into that space.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
because
do.
this is you got to check the city that you're in. You got to check what.
Yeah, because you got all type of stuff. You
There's all
got
kinds of-
zoning
yeah.
and all type of stuff
Yeah.
that people skip. People want to get, as they say now, want to get here and get to the bag.
Yeah.
You can get to the bag. There's a right way and there's a correct way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we teach people in our consulting programs the right and the correct way to
Nice.
avoid
That's
some
good.
of the stresses and headaches that come along with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all need to
that's
hit him
good.
up. I'm telling you, this is where it's at. But hey, Curtis, thank you so much for
Yes,
coming through.
I appreciate it.
This was awesome. This
Yeah,
was
I'm
awesome.
looking forward to the next time.
I'm looking forward to the next time, and I'm looking forward to having your wife on as
Yeah.
well.
Oh yeah, her stories are going to be way more intense. Trust me.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna hold you to that.
Yes.
All right. Take care, fam.
Thank you guys.
That was good. That was
Man.
good. The barbecue party.
The barbecue,
The barbecue
party.
Parties, because he said it was 2.
Dos.
Not 1.
The barbecue parties.
People too bold, man.
People are
Wildin'.
ridiculous. It's just mind-boggling to me. I'm just all the way blown away. But now, first of all, Curtis, thanks for coming through. Absolutely amazing. Yo, I see you out in the chat. Dr. Francis, I've never actually called him Dr.
I
Francis
know,
before.
PhD.
But
Come on.
Bars, I see you in the chat over on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with us. Who else we got? We got
David.
David Hunt came
It's all
through.
good, David.
Thank you so much,
At least
David.
You are here.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for coming through.
Yeah. Deborah, I'm certain you're still hanging out with us as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know we got the chat from my guy from Suriname there. So is it Chad Gulman?
Yeah,
Man,
Chad.
thank you guys so much for coming in. Listen, there's I love the fact that the story had a name, like the barbecue. It's like, wow, that's epic. But I think that even as you look into, if you think about the story, but also thinking about your own business, a couple of key takeaways. Number one would be understanding what your business is in, what industry you're in. I mean, when he said this is not real estate, this is hospitality,
It's
and
hospitality,
customer
for
service, I
real.
was like, oh,
It
that
is.
changes the entire
yes.
game.
It
That
changes how you have
yes.
to interact with your customers.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
it changes so much.
and that is a major one. I think I can't tell you how many times where you're talking with somebody, you're like, you're actually not in that business though. Here's another quick one. We talked about this before. It's a recurring theme. Who's supposed to do that? The reason why I'm bringing that back up is customer service is a component of all businesses.
It is. It is.
Now, hospitality is not necessarily a part of every business, but customer service is a key and critical component of all businesses.
Yep.
And so if you are not, if that's not you, you want to make sure,
Don't go into business.
you want to make sure you have somebody who can fill that gap for you.
Yes. Because if you don't have customer service, that can sink your business.
It can,
It can.
you're actually working at cross purpose. You're actively repelling potential clients because your customer service is no good.
Yep.
So yeah, customer service is critical.
Like you're going to lose
Critical.
business. Like, for example,
Per ejemplo.
Chipotle.
Chipotle, oh, we're not going
They
back.
don't get our business, period.
The customer
for the
service
last, year and
The
change?
customer service is
The
garbage.
customer service garbage, as you would say. Terrible. And we love Chipotle.
We do.
We would go there regularly, but customer service has gone down terribly.
My
So we
dude
no longer
Marie
go
Moore
there,
is in the
so.
chat. My dude Marie, what's good, sir? I see you on Facebook. Appreciate you coming through. You know, yeah. I had a client. We did a live stream for a client. It was a funeral. It was a graveside funeral. I had gotten my power source. I had a Jackery power source. I had my hotspot internet that I was using Speedify to bond it so that I had a good, clean, consistent signal. Did all the things that I normally do. I've used this same setup before. This was not the first time, but that mug did not go well. Something happened. We lost signal midstream. We were able to record it, the whole thing, but we weren't able to stream it. I put the two pieces of the video together and uploaded it to the client's YouTube page and made sure that the family was able to see the whole thing. And I refunded them the entire amount. I'm talking about everything. The client was so blown away. They were like, no, please, at least take, half. I was like, no, as far as I'm concerned, you did not get what you paid for. So I'm refunding everything. That client and the person who connected me with that client, because it was a referral.
Yeah, it was.
They were blown away, and they have used me several times since. That's customer service. If you don't have a bone in your body see, that's the other thing, in your business, you can't be so hungry that you can't refund somebody their money.
That's true too.
Oh my word. Cause I know
You
folk
gotta
who are
be able
like,
to refund,
man, they're looking
y'all.
at the joint like, man, I can't refund you nothing because that money's
probably
already
gone.
spent.
That money's gone.
What you mean by refund? I already done spent that. And you're like, no, nah, I can refund you your money.
Yes, you can. Yeah. Make sure you have the capacity to do a refund if it ever comes to that.
If it comes to it, I mean, listen, things happen. The truth of the matter is, I mean, even with all the best laid plans, things happen. So I did that refund, but that refund, I have gained that money back quadruple because I've kept my customer service level at this joint right here. Oh man, Deborah says, not if I started the job.
Maybe not a full refund, like Kirk said, because
Right.
you know you got to put that percentage off if you started the job.
No,
yes, Deborah.
I think so,
It
Deborah.
depends
I totally get
on the scenario.
It depends on
In
the
your
scenario, yeah.
case, I think it was justified.
It was
But,
because
yeah.
it was a funeral and
Yeah.
people could not make it, and they were depending on the live stream.
the live stream. So
And
yeah.
so, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
the
get it.
only reason why they decided to pay for my services because they wanted it live streamed.
want
They
the
didn't
live
want a
stream.
video.
Yeah,
They could have had
they
anybody
wanted
come and
it
record
live
it,
streamed.
but they wanted it live stream. And so for me, that was why I was like, it didn't meet the purpose for which you actually engaged me. And so for me, it was a no brainer, full refund. But yeah. Anyway, all that to say, when we hear these stories from others, like we just heard from Curtis, we get a chance to really take that lens, all right, and then put it on our own business
Yep.
and look at our business through that lens and be like, maybe I can shift some things.
Yeah,
Maybe I can
'cause
change some stuff.
He also said he looked at it from their perspective as well.
Yeah.
They're young.
Yeah.
They want to have fun.
Yeah.
And he was like, I can't understand where they're coming from. So he actually went out of his way to
help.
place them somewhere where they can do what they wanted to do. And they gave him a 5-star review. So sometimes it pays off to just go the extra mile for your clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I will listen. The story could very easily have gone
Terrible in so many ways.
I'm be honest. If I was in that position, I would have been like, I'd have said to that neighbor, "Go ahead and call the cops. I'm on my way, but go ahead and call the cops because this is foolishness." And
Yeah.
I would have come up there real hot. I mean, I'm not going to get to their level. I'm not going to be cussing and yelling, but I would have definitely been like, no. You guys are
Y'all
in
need
breach.
to get out.
You're
kind
in
of,
breach.
Y'all need to get out kind of thing.
I
Yeah.
would not be taking no.
No.
Your boy Curtis is an angel.
Yes, he
he's an
is,
angel. They should be thanking the Lord above.
Pretty much.
That's who they
No, for
had,
real.
because I know other Airbnb hosts, owners.
They would have been out.
They'd
have been out.
They'd have been like, nah,
Yeah.
it's over for you. So, and here's the other thing too. Like, so now he got the 5-star review. What kind of review did he give them? Because I, as an additional Airbnb host, would want to know that they did that to you.
True.
I would want to know that. I would
Yeah.
know, this client right here, they came through. They had said they had 2 people. I came to the house, there was 30, and they were trying to barbecue in the little front stoop. See, there's some other details that they didn't tell
Yes.
in the joint, but they told us after
an
the
apartment,
cameras turned
y'all.
off. That joint, I was just like, bruh,
serious,
that's
people.
crazy. That's crazy. But I think, as I mentioned, just kind of looking at it from your own business perspective, recognizing some of the things that you can learn. I think being able to de-escalate, being able to see it from their perspective, those are great tools to have in your arsenal as a business owner, especially if you want to make sure you give people good customer service. So some really good nuggets tonight, man. I hope you guys were able to, get all the different pieces. For those who are catching it on the replay, we were excited about you as well. Go ahead and drop us a comment.
Go ahead and put in the comments because we're responding.
Yeah, we have a friend
We
who's
are.
kind of binge watching some of the videos. I saw her today, and she's just like, I really love the show. You know who we talk. We're talking about you, Shavavian. Anyway,
yes.
but yeah, this is what it is, and we're excited about it, fam. Listen,
Don't forget, we've got merch, y'all.
we've got merch.
iCouch.live
Yep.
/merch.
Merch. Yep.
Go ahead and get the shirts.
Yes.
Go ahead and get the
yes.
shirts. And we'll be putting up the last couple podcast episodes in this week.
Yeah.
And our last show
Our
is
season finale.
next Monday at 7 p.m. CST. Y'all need to be there because that joint is fire. Okay.
Yeah, we're going
that
we're going to
joint
do
is
some
hilarious.
We're going to do some pre-show advertising, because we want to make sure that the season finale is
It's a
litty.
good one, yeah.
And we want to engage with y'all. We want to hear your questions and comments. We want to hear how it is our season finale. Season finale,
Can't
y'all.
believe it.
Come on. Oh, by the way, I did fix it. I looked at the playlist. It was wrong. There were several in there they're in there a couple of times over, like 3
at that.
times over. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
I
it
ended
is
up
what
fixing
is.
it.
We'll see you guys next week
And
for our finale episode.
for the finale, I'm trying to find the description now. So this is actually episode 23. This one is 23.
Okay.
So so next week will
Episode
be
24.
episode 24. which
Okay.
is a solid 24 episodes. That's a full season. I mean, that is really, 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 really dope. And some of y'all have been here with us literally since, the launch week when we had those episodes every day. And that's where most of our t-shirts came out of, was that launch week. That's awesome. But
So
listen, fam,
appreciate y'all so much.
I know. It's the finale, Deborah. I can't believe it as well. But listen, we truly appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
Yep.
This is Incubators Couch, a production of Composition. And Composition is your web design and live video firm. Come to us with those needs. We want to set you up. We want to get you in the right space. Our core business, our core client, our perfect person is you, right? Entrepreneurs,
small business owners,
small businesses. That's where we know we can really do the best work. And so we'd love to be able to work with you. And this platform we've created is just for a space for business owners to kind of just exhale, right? Just have a space where you can commiserate. You don't feel like you're alone in this thing, and you can hear other people talk about the issues and see them express those things in the comments. So we'll make sure you guys get a chance to come through and hang out, because Incubators Couch is unscripted, vulnerable conversations with small businesses and entrepreneurs just like you. We'll see you, family, around these internet streets or in the next video. Later.